Okay, so the Rover just came back from the exhaust shop with a 3-inch pipe, so it's nice and beefy. I'm going to crawl under here on the creeper and we'll show you what's going on underneath. While I'm down there, I'll show you a little customization piece that we did. This has been probably the biggest frustration, and since I'm not a mechanic, I've had the hardest time with tracking down which separator plate is supposed to go for this bell housing, because I can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can actually get all these to line up. I'll go ahead and show you. But the bottom profile is completely wrong. And this is the third separator plate that I've been on. This is an extra bell housing with the exact same cut of what's under the truck, and so I just made my own for the bottom half. And I talked to some guys who do CJ conversions, and they all said, you know, you get cars running that don't even have them in. And anyway, that's the only thing that's kind of weird. So the header's in, and he did a nice little really tight fit coming down to the Y. Driver's side, we used the header that came with this engine from Prestige Mustang, this source where we got the engine out of, and then he built this by hand. I'm not much of a engine guy, so I don't know if that's gorgeous work or what it is, but I know it's solid work, and I've got room to do everything I need to do. So anyways, I have exhaust now. My drive lines both came in too. I installed the rear drive line. The front drive line, I had all the bolts here waiting at home, so I couldn't install it. This just arrived off the truck, actually, from the exhaust shop just a few moments ago. So let me crawl under here. Oh, and look at what we got. And, you know, really nice job, good clearance. Obviously, here's our new drive line. This had to be shortened to accommodate the fact that the transmission and everything sits further back by a couple of inches. Now, there is one problem with what they did, and that is that they put my O2 sensor after the Y. I know this is probably not the most exciting video to watch, but coming down from the driver's side, really tight with the clutch, so he wrapped it, and we'll be looking if we have to do some more heat wrap. And then, of course, coming down on the passenger side, you can see now why he had to do that the way he did. But there's supposed to be an O2 sensor for each side before the Y, and sure enough, there's the passenger side. And then, unfortunately, as friendly and great as the shop was, they put this one after the Y. So it'll start, we'll get going on it. Obviously the driver's side and passenger side won't have the ability to adjust any of the mixture, but for the computer, but we'll drive it as is, and I'm thinking that maybe we'll be able to get, you know, one in here instead, in this general area, kind of right below the tape. There's really not much else to see down here, but obviously you can tell how tight this is going to be coming from the drive line in the front off the transfer case to here. So that's our only last crazy concern. Now, I told you about the separator plate, and so I fabricated this myself. This plate that you're seeing right here. And it really came out nice. I know this is not easy to see up in here, but this is one I didn't steal real quick, just to get everything fitting and contoured in nicely in the holes. I'll go buy some stock aluminum, and now I have this to trace. And all I really did was the box that this came in when it was delivered was, of course, close to the right width, and so I just took the cardboard, shoved it on up in here, and then scribed a line that was 4 inches lower than what I was tracing up above, and so that brought my line down below. Once that was cut and fit, and I could slide the upper dimension up in play, then I came back in and traced the bottom contour, and that just worked really nicely. So anyway, This is how the undercarriage is all coming to be. Fuel pump and fuel filter back up in there. And let's see if we can exit. We can see catalytic converter and exhaust. And once again, he went with a nice little 3-inch beef. And these are the O2 sensors, and they will go in play obviously once we fix that, or the hookups anyway. I've got to go get the actual sensors themselves to screw in. Anyway, that is where we are at on this lovely Friday afternoon at about 5:30 with the truck just having arrived. All right. Ready? Yep.
I don't know about you, but that sounds a hell of a lot better.
Yeah, it does.
Sounds like it actually wants to start now.
So we found out that the ignition switch is bad, so we're hot wiring to try to get the engine to crank today. We're just taking a little hour and a half, 2-hour lunch today, just right close to the office, just see if we can get it going, and then we'll start buttoning everything up. But so far, no life yet.
I looked online trying to figure out how this goes together. We kind of have the first guy to
Oh, just totally dismantle it.
Yeah.
So it's totally reversible, huh? That's odd.
Well, the clip's not, but the wires themselves are.
Oh,
Since
okay.
The wires fell out.
And like, I got you.
I didn't know which way they went back in. I actually dropped it twice. I dropped it once and I caught it and I thought, oh shit, I gotta make sure that these go back in the right spot. And then I got them all right and then I picked it up and fell out again and that's how I lost her. Dear man.
Oh, okay, sounds promising.
Well,
All right.
there's only 2 of them, so we can only, you know. Okay.
All right.
Here.
Fuel pump and computer. Ready?
Yep. Okay, so grab a spark plug socket and let's pull one of the spark plugs.
Okay.